Breaking. The Queen accidentally revealed most treasured child in 4, Prince Andrew not in the top. The Queen's favorite child has been unmasked by a royal expert, who claims it is not, nor has it ever been, Prince Andrew. The Queen and Prince Philip had 4 children together: Prince Charles, 72, Princess Anne, 70, Prince Andrew, 61, and Prince Edward, 57. For years there has been mounting speculation over which of the 4 is the Queen's favorite, and royal biographer Matthew Dennison appears to have laid the matter to rest in his new book, The Queen. In the lengthy biography of the monarch, Mr. Dennison claims Prince Edward, the Queen's youngest child, has always been the family favorite. He wrote, "Prince Edward, seemingly a bit wet and a tad irritating to the rest of us, was always his parents' favorite." That became apparent in 1987 when Edward, age 22, opted out of the Royal Marines when he was just a third of the way through his 12-month basic training course. To the surprise of some, Prince Philip, Captain General of the Royal Marines, did not come down on his son like a ton of bricks. He accepted that the Marines wasn't right for Edward. And to this day Edward is grateful for that. Stories soon spread that harsh words had been exchanged between father and son, even that Edward had been reduced to tears by his father's anger. Recently, Prince Charles may go against his late father's wishes and deny his younger brother, Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, a title as part of his plans to slim down the royal family, an expert has claimed. A slimmed-down monarchy and just 7 key royals, this is what the future of the monarchy could look like according royal watchers. Prince Charles is next in line from the throne and now aged 72, he has spent a lifetime preparing for the role. But she said, the truth was quite the opposite. Of all the royal family, Philip was in fact the most sympathetic. He understood his son's decision, which he considered a brave one, and supported him fully. A week after his resignation, Edward and his father were photographed walking side by side to church at Sandringham, in a significant public gesture of support. The claim that Edward is in fact the favorite child comes in contrast to frequent reports that Prince Andrew is the Queen's most treasured son. Despite their fervent attempts to deny it, parents have favorites. For some, their favorite child simply depends on who has done the most chores that day or thrown the least tantrums. For others, there's one firm and favored child that reigns supreme for years, much to the frustration of their siblings, and that's exactly what has happened in the royal household. While the Queen has never actually publicly favored Andrew, historians and royal commentators have believed this has been the case for a long time. Although Her Majesty must remain impartial in her political life, it appears she's considerably more biased when it comes to her children, reports the Mirror. In the part, a lot of articles concluded that the crown of favorite son sits firmly on the head of Prince Andrew, the Queen's second eldest son, and third eldest child behind Princess Anne. You may think that her eldest son and heir, Prince Charles, could be considered the monarch's favorite son, but it turns out that isn't the case. Writing in the Telegraph, Camilla Tominey commented, Andrew was straightforward and the more glass half full of the pair. Although he could be a bit of a handful, the Queen enjoyed the company of the easygoing son who could make her laugh and raise the family's spirits. Royal author, Katie Nicholl told the documentary, there is a real tension between Charles and Andrew. Andrew has a very different relationship with his mother and the Queen was much more hands-on. Princess Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell added, Andrew has always been the Queen's favorite son and he has never done anything wrong in her eyes. It is so widely reported that Netflix's The Crown dedicated an episode to it in Season 4, which heavily implied Andrew as her favorite child. Beside, recently, Ms. Levin added, Prince Charles decided that as they were not likely to be very senior royals, that this was too much for the public to pay, so he stopped that. Prince Andrew was so angry that he wrote a note to the Queen. He said he wanted them to be considered as proper royals. He did not want the protection officers to leave them,